This is Jin'kadar, hailing you from the Amar Empire. Welcome to EVE Online Odyssey. With the introduction of Odyssey and the celebration of 10 years of EVE Online, all of the players at have been on for a certain period of time during their celebration. We're all gifted a Gnosis Battlecruiser. This is a ship that I'll showcase in this episode today. Alright, let's just do a quick overview of some of the strengths and capabilities of the Gnosis Battlecruiser. I'm going to go to the Combat Battlecruiser information. The Gnosis is a versatile battlecruiser designed for exploration in hostile space. It has some special abilities, some traits that are unique to the ship. It has a 25% bonus to medium energy hybrid projectile turret damage, a 25% bonus to heavy missiles and heavy assault missile damage, a 50% bonus to drone hit points and damage dealt by drones, and a 37.5% increase to scan strength of probes. It can fit warfare link modules, as with most battlecruisers. And let's just read the development information here. It's the Society of Conscious Thoughts, Gnosis class cruiser. It's typically used as an exploration, research, or training vessel, and is well equipped for such activity. It's even better prepared, however, to guard such a task from interruption and sabotage. Although the Society's generally frowns upon violent behavior, extremely violent methods are taken to protect its own vessels and the secrets they may carry. This mission of acquiring, deepening, and sharing knowledge is the key to the philosophy of the Society of Conscious Thought, and one well served by the capable and fearsome Gnosis. Like I say, like the description says, the ship is very versatile in the way it can be fit. I have currently fit it with lasers. I am an Amar pilot, so I'm stronger with using that as far as my skills go. So I've filled the high power slots, most of them up to the capacity of this number of turrets it can fit, with lasers. I also have a Sisters Core probe launcher and filled with the Sisters Core scanner probes. This is a faction launcher and faction probes. They fetch pretty good price. I also have an afterburner, a tracking computer. I have a relic analyzer and a data analyzer for exploration sites, opening containers and things that you'd find there. I also have a couple of cap rechargers for additional cap for the lasers to support them, and the medium armor repair too. I also have armor EM hardener 2 along with the other for the other types of damage, explosive, kinetic, and thermal. I also have a heat sink which boosts the lasers. I have it rigged with a capacitor control circuit for additional capacitor, medium gravity capacitor upgrade for the additional bonus to probing. I also have a medium nanobot accelerator which boosts the effectiveness of the armor repair. As a combat vessel, it is extremely weak in its strengths as an attack vessel. So for those of you faring out in low sec or null with this ship, be aware that you will not likely be very effective as a combat pilot piloting one of these ships. I am currently in high sec. I have no fear of being ganked, although it does happen. But with that said, I will go ahead and undock the ship and we'll take it out and do some exploration with it, now that we kind of have an idea of how you might fit this ship. Like I say, I'm not likely going to want to get into any kind of PvP or combat other than maybe to fight NPCs that I might come across. That's just one of the things that you saw here was the scanner, just doing a quick overlay scan. When I like to do my scanning, I like to go to a random planet in the solar system rather than hanging around a station or a gate. This limits the exposure that I would have to pirate gankers or whatnot that might be looking to get a nice juicy Gnosis kill on their record. If they were determined enough, they will find me eventually. So I'm going to warp out to a random planet, in this case planet 1. And we're going to just give another demonstration of the changes in Odyssey to exploration, and maybe a quick tutorial refresher or an introduction to players who may not have the experience of doing this since the introduction of Odyssey. So, first thing we'll do is we'll click on the scanner, and a radial menu will appear giving you a few options. One is to show a sensor overlay, which is something that you would do to find sites that are nearby, sites that you could find. We can just kind of scan the skies and see there's nothing apparently readily viewable that we could see here from that. Another thing that we can do is we can hide that overlay, and we can open up our probe scanner. What you're going to want to do with the probe scanner, first of all, is you want to launch the probes. And with the introduction of this patch, when you launch them all at once. There, I don't know why it took a while, but there we go. So it launched all 6 probes, or not 6, all 8 probes into space. Let's go to the map, and you can see I am here. It centers the probe's central location here with this this cube with arrows pointing various different directions. You're going to want to be aware of that capability. Okay, I am using the scroll wheel to scroll out, and this is a configuration that is used to be our spread formation. This will get the widest coverage so that we can determine scan locations, or locations that we can scan down to more of a pinpoint as we go. So for our first thing, we'll have the spread formation, which happens once you launch them, or it's set up for that. So once that's in place, we click Analyze. It's centered on the sun here in the middle, Harel, the star. It launches out to its locations and does its scan. Okay, no scan signatures were detected here in this system. There is a star over, well, a planetoid over in this location here. And so we're just kind of try and position this so that it's going to be centered here. And so I'm left clicking and dragging to kind of get the angle so that I can make sure that I'm up and down as well as the two-dimensional position. Now that I've got that white cube centered at the planetoid there, I will run another scan. Most things that you can find will be within 4 astronomical units of a planetoid. The information that I had heard was that you're not going to find anything more than 4 astronomical units from a planet. And it looks like there's been some busybodies, and they've scanned down and completed all of the sites in this area. There's nothing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to close that. Oh, I think we should recall our probes. What do you think? Should we? Let's go to... No, I know Drezzy doesn't have very many planets. Let's go to Hyruda and jump. But wait, where are my probes? They're still out there. I'm just testing something. I've never done this before. I normally wouldn't warp to a gate without my probes, but you can see where I am here, warping to the gate.
You're warping?
I am warping. You just can't see it.
I thought you were jumping.
And I will be jumping as soon as I get to the gate.
Why did you stop right there?
And okay. So it actually looked like I left my probes behind. I wonder if I actually did. Should we try reloading? It's reloading. Oh, yep, and they did get recovered. So no more losing probes because you forgot to recall them. That's one of the things that was mentioned in the patch notes, and I just wanted to test that out. It looks like you do get your probes back. That's handy. And it looks like I do have a cosmic signature that showed up on my initial scan coming into the system. So I warped to planet 1, and let's try here. Well, I know that we have one because we can see it here on the overview, or in the map, I should say. Okay, so let's launch spread formation. Now that's handy. I didn't actually have to click that. They were loaded, and I clicked launch spread formation, and they launched probes for us. It's very nice. Looks like this system is fairly small compared to the others. One thing that we can do is we can change the scan area down just a little bit to 8 astronomical units, and then we will go ahead and hit analyze. Probes go to their positions in the formation, and we return a result. 12%. This is a cosmic signature, and it's somewhere in along the circle that it's got here on this. And the reason it's shown us a circle is because two of our probes picked up the signal, and in order to triangulate an accurate location, we need 3 or more probes to give us a more specific position. So in order for us to get a better locator on this, we're going to launch pinpoint formation, and that brings the probes into a tighter formation. We can then take the square, the cube here, and center it. Hopefully get as much coverage as we can on this, and then we can even see how it works with the XY axis up and down. Try to get that centered up and down as well as in a two-dimensional position here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and select Analyze. Hopefully some more probes will give us information on where this is located, and we will find it. So here we go. We're gonna lock in on this location. This is the pinpoint location for our thing. So we move central cube right over that. Then we're going to take, until that highlights, we're going to slide that down. We don't even have to hold shift anymore. It will just find that. I'll move them all. Go ahead and click Analyze. Look at that. 2 astronomical units, and it has returned a green result, which is all we need. Green result's what we're looking for. So we can click Warp to directly to that location. So what we'll do is we'll recover our probes, close the map, and warp to, leaving this window open. Okay. We have discovered an unstable wormhole. With all the activity, people have been trying out the exploration features. Exploration, even for veterans, has become much easier. Can be much easier to scan down sites. And this is a wormhole. This is a K162, which is an exit. All it's basically telling me with the K162 is that this wormhole did not originate here. It's originated in a different part of space and actually exits here. Now, where it will take me if I go through this, I don't know. I'd have to go through it and see. Generally speaking, any wormhole that opens into high sector space is going to be either a class 1 or a class 2 wormhole, and very rarely it will be other types, but generally speaking, you're going to find a class 1 or a class 2 wormholes at the other end. It could also lead to null sector space. It could also, you know, it depends. But that's towards the unknown. And that's what we do as explorers, is we explore the unknown. And that's we take that risk. So just a quick example of some of the new features. This is new, the launching the spread formation and a pinpoint formation in order to locate sites, not just wormholes, but other sites that contain data for to analyze data, relic sites and other places. So that's our adventure. We will take our Gnosis back, and thank you for being patient in our excursion. I hadn't pre-scanned beforehand to see what would be available, but it looks like we found something not too far away from where our home base is in Harrell. And Drezzy. And there we go through the gate without having the map to block out what we're doing. So you can actually see the graphic of that. Pretty fancy. And I'm going to go ahead and take my trip back to the station. So that's it for now. This is Jin'kadar signing out. We'll see you later.